All right, man. Let's talk about Juwan Howard got fired. Yeah. It's a busy weekend for your boy, man. So Juwan Howard got fired, man. I didn't like it, but then again, when he smushed that coach face, my mom had a good point. That put him in a hot seat that he wasn't gonna get off of. So they was looking for any reason to fire him after that. You know what I'm saying? And we can all point to Bobby Knight, what he did, to some reportedly some of his players. Even at Texas Tech, I think he had incidents, but for one thing, it's a social media era. We can get into race and all that, but it's a social media era. It's a bunch of exposure. And then you had a guy who got the job who was already a controversial hire. I've never seen a controversial Michigan man hire at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35 years old. I've never seen it. And he came in with a bunch of animosity. They came in. I mean, I think if he was the same credentials but for football, he never would have got the job. No matter over the last 23, 4 years, the basketball team has been more prestigious than the football team as far as winning. All right. So they won a national championship. And the basketball team has always been kind of looked at as an afterthought. You probably would say, well, CJ, why is that? That the reason for that being is simply because the football team makes a bunch of money. The football team makes a bunch of money. If that is a simple answer. The football team makes a bunch of money. So even though the basketball team has been more successful, the football team makes a bunch of money. So, but when he did that to that coach, it was the beginning of the end. They were just looking for a valid reason to fire Juwan Howard. And it just, and we live in a what have you done for me lately society. That's what we live in. A what have you done for me lately society. People forgot that he made a run to Elite Eight. He made 2 runs at the Sweet 16. People forgot those runs, And if he never did that to that coach, he still had a job. And you'd be like, well, this year, man, nobody remembers this dude had open heart surgery. People didn't, a lot of people I talked to about it didn't know that. I mean, I was talking to a Spartan fan at CVS, and he was like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, this man had whole open heart surgery, Then he unfortunately fell into the pit of the NIL. And, RJ Davis went back to North Carolina. So when you already didn't have much room for error, okay, when you don't have much room for error, and then with that era, that little bit of bumper you have, then you do that to the Wisconsin coach. There was no more room for error left. Nobody cared about his heart issues or nothing. It's just like any other thing, business, in sports, in business, they care about the bottom line. In sports, they care about the winning. And unfortunately, that incident cost him his job. That incident cost him his job. That's what cost him his job. Because he didn't do that. People say, well, he had a heart issue. We ain't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just thinking, who watched college basketball? You know what I'm saying? I'm watching no more. I don't know the players. But at the end of the day, when he did that, he made his own grave. And it's so sad that life got to work this way, right? And I'll tell you this. A lot of y'all heard this saying. Somebody told you this saying. You heard it in passing. You heard it on the internet. You heard it in class. You heard it when you went to the dean's office, to the principal's office. You can have one incident can tear down. I'm paraphrasing it. Can tear down a life a lifelong great reputation. One incident can change your life around. Think about that. One incident, you could have an outstanding reputation, right? You can have an outstanding reputation in one incident. Some girl telling a white lie, some person telling a white lie can destroy your reputation forever. It don't even have to be true, you know. So a whole lifetime of built up reputation can be destroyed by one person, one allegation, all that. And for the most part, he came in as a controversial hire. So I was surprised when he put his hands on that coach that he still had a job. And it's all that it took to push him over the top. He's done an amazing job at Michigan. Yeah, they finished last in the Big Ten first time since 1966, 67. I get it. It's unacceptable. But you got to understand when a lot of coaches like Coach Krzyzewski is getting the hell up out of here, and Nick Saban is getting the hell up out of here because the game is changing, you know, it's hard. This new NIL free agency, college basketball should have been the main sport. College basketball should have been the main sport paying. Tell me I'm lying. They should have been the main sport paying their players. And now it's to the point where nobody know the players. The females players are more famous than the male players. I know Angel Reese and the Caitlin girl more. Only player I know is Bronny James, RJ Davis, and then the guy that played with Bronny James at UFC, the real good guy, Isaiah Collins or something like that. So at the end of the day, you sit here and think, and most people think like, damn, he should have just took an NBA job. And now his reputation is fucked up. And he's sick. But you know what? God, excuse my language, God worked in mysterious ways. Maybe he need to step away to heal himself and get his heart. When you talking about having a heart surgery, and what's the messed up thing about it is, when you 50, you in your 50s and your 40s, a lot of people can't make that lifestyle change. So they depend on westernized medicine to heal. And a lot of people have their controversial thoughts about that. The best way to heal, and self-improve out there, go learn about nutrition. Go learn about nutrition. Heal yourself. Work out. Run. All the things you hate to do it. I hate running. I don't feel. I force myself to run. Lift. Put the proper things in put more of the proper things in your body. Learn about vitamins, herbs, detoxes. You can still, bullshit around with that terrible McDonald's, which I'm not gonna get into, and that terrible Taco Bell. Just have more of a balanced diet. A few lifestyle changes is all it takes. But when you so stuck in your ways that long, it's hard to switch from a beef patty to a turkey burger. Let's read this. He said, after comprehensive review of the program, I've decided that Juwan will not return to our men's basketball coach. Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel said in a statement, Juwan is amongst the greatest Wolverines to be associated with our basketball program. I know how much it meant to not only Juwan, but all of us to have him to return to lead this program. Despite his love of the alma mater and positive experience that our student athletes had under his leadership, it was clear to me that the program was not living up to expectations and not trending in the right direction. I didn't care about the expectations. They wanted that man gone from when he put his hands on that coach. And I'm not saying they wrong. I'm not saying they wrong. All right, from the Athletic, Sanderson wrote that Jace Howard was berating the trainer and caused a scene that prompted 7 players to stop and watch. Sanderson described the scene as totally out of control and said the trainer was trying to calm Jace Howard down and get him to discuss the matter's privacy. Noticed the trainer looked increasingly desperate and panicked. Sanderson intervened and yelling at Howard from roughly 30 feet away. You're a student athlete. And he is a professional. You don't talk to a professional like that. That is disrespectful. Entitled, he said he repeated in the tirade that was disrespectful. Sanderson wrote the email to Manuel that he tried to de-escalate the situation, turning his back and walking away. When Sanderson looked back, he said Juwan Howard came at him angry and ready to fight, repeatedly yelling as players and staff held him back. So he got mad because he yelled at his son. So it's a bunch of shit going on. Excuse my ignorance here. There's a bunch of shit going on, but we already know what I'm saying is true. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, man, your son can't be cussing out people like that. And like I said, I ain't hear their side of the story. You know, I mean, everybody talking like we know their side of the story. We don't. We don't. So, uh, so, but so be it. So be it. But at the end of the day, you know, he already didn't have much room for error. So at the end of the day, I can't say I disagree with the decision. I love Juwan, but got all this going on. I wonder if they're going to try to get a job back to Beeline. I think he'll thrive in this era. He was able to find 3 or 4 year players and put them together. But right now, man, college basketball is it's almost at a turning point where it may be dead at no point in return. The female game is thriving, men in college. I can't name too many players in college no more. I was like, oh damn, they let Rick Pitino back after that Louisville stuff. But Pitino was like, the Pat Riley, Chuck Daly of college basketball, suave, clean, all that. They had the whole little thing going down there. Bands to make it dance, with the strippers and whatever. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think though. Now, I got much love for Juwan in Michigan, but I can't defend this. I can't defend it. But hey, hit the link tree. Find me. Check out the College Sports Talk playlist. Find me on Twitch. Find me on Twitter, X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Hit the link tree. Want to donate to the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313. All my information is in the description. All my information is in the link tree. It's in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think about the situation. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe, share, hit the bell icon button. Peace.